Welcome back to Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Signature Fitness Hip Thrust Machine. It looks very similar to the Nautilus Glute Drive and it's about 10 times less expensive, but is it too good to be true? Stay tuned to find out. I am in my new gym number 4 to record this video. If you are new to my channel, I have a 2-car garage with mostly commercial grade equipment and the PowerTech Streamline Functional Trainer and Iron Master IM2000. The bonus room above the garage is my cardio room with a couple of odds and ends. One of my spare bedrooms is my PowerTech gym, and now gym number 4. At one point in time, this was my wife's office, so behind me are just some of her race medals. She donates the really nice ones to children who are in the hospital, and she was gracious enough to give me this space so that I could continue equipment reviews. 2 months ago, I posted a video about how I got to 192 pounds, and since that video, I've dropped back down to 175 pounds in order to get my blood sugar and cholesterol under control. I've also noticed that my knees are hurting less, I'm sleeping better, I can see my abs again, and it's even easier for me to tie my shoes. At my age, I'm done chasing the size game. No matter how hard I try, I'll never look like Ronnie or Jay. Instead, I think a more attainable physique for me is Jeff Cavalier, and at one point in time, I wasn't all that far away from his physique. Prior to getting this machine, I performed hip thrusts on the IM2000, and then I upgraded to hip thrust on the Squat Max MD. And after selling the Squat Max MD, I picked up the hip thrust pad and went back to performing the exercise on the Smith machine. However, I am always looking for ways to streamline exercises, make them more comfortable, joint friendly, and effective, so I made this purchase. I am not affiliated with Signature Fitness, I am just a customer. This machine has been on my short list for about a year. When I first considered buying it, it was on Amazon for $1,000, and my wife was a little more interested in it than me. However, when the price dropped to $399 with free shipping and this all black model was offered instead of the gray model with the maroon pad, I had to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of information available about this machine, so I hope anyone who's considering buying this machine finds this review helpful. There are a few residential hip thrust machines that look somewhat similar to this one, only priced a little bit higher, like the CD. However, minus a few bells and whistles, this looks most like the Nautilus Glute Bridge machine, which most of the time sells for $3,500 plus $500 in shipping. And while I was willing to pay over $3,000 for my Nautilus pullover, I am not going to pay that much for a hip thrust machine. The machine was purchased from Walmart.com and shipped from Las Vegas, Nevada via FedEx, my least favorite carrier. It took 7 business days to get to me. In 5 of those days, the machine was in transit. When I got home, the box was in the driveway, and based on the amount of tape I saw covering the hole and the fact the package was delayed one day, I expected the worst. The shipping weight is listed at 60 pounds, but there is no way. My guess is it's at least double that. I've moved 100-pound boxes, so either I've gotten weaker or the shipping weight is way off. I had to place the box on scooters and roll it around to the front door. When I opened the box, I expected to see damaged or missing pieces, but to my surprise, the box had a welded metal insert protecting all corners, and each piece of the machine was individually wrapped in a styrofoam wrap. This was my first time seeing the metal insert and this type of wrapping, and I was highly impressed. Rather than trying to carry in the entire box, I just moved the machine in piece by piece. Now, before anybody says the box was heavy because of the welded metal insert, I had no problem hauling it away. So Signature Fitness, you get an A for packing and shipping. Assembly was pretty straightforward and easy. The machine doesn't consist of many pieces, and a great deal of it was already assembled, including the handles and belt. As always, I have my trusted set of wrenches and a socket set. I do not recommend assembling equipment with adjustable wrenches. When I opened the hardware pack and compared it to the list of parts, I noticed I was missing a couple washers, but I have plenty of spare hardware laying around. The major axis needs to be removed for assembly, and while it was out, I sprayed it down with silicone spray to ensure greater smoothness. I finished up the assembly by bolting in the weight horns and connecting the back pad. I was able to unbox and assemble the machine in about 2 hours with no major headaches. It's not leg day, but I have to take this machine for a test drive. I haven't tried it with any plates, so I'll start with 245s. I have the belt as tight as it will go. It feels smooth. I can get a full range of movement. Time to go up in weight. I have the machine loaded with 445s. I feel a good contraction in the glutes. And I feel it in my hamstrings, although according to a recent study, this exercise does not work the hamstrings. 445s feels much more comfortable on this machine than doing this exercise with a barbell or a Smith machine. Here's a total of 230 pounds in plates. In the past, when I would perform this exercise with a barbell or Smith machine, from time to time I would feel pain behind my kneecaps. Here, so far, I'm not experiencing that, and that's largely because of the angled platform, which gives my feet a more optimal angle to drive against. So far, so good. I'm going to leave it at that today and save going heavier for my actual leg day, but so far I am really impressed with this machine. At this weight, I am lifting more than half of the machine's max weight capacity of 845s. However, the Nautilus Glute Drive Machine has the same weight capacity as this one, and I consistently see people going heavier than 845s on that machine, and while I don't recommend it, I feel like this machine can probably handle more than 845s. I found it incredibly interesting and almost a little bit shady that the product description for this machine was almost exactly the same as the Nautilus Glute Drive, basically a copy and paste. However, the Nautilus Glute Drive has a 10-year warranty on the frame and a 5-year warranty on most components, and this machine has a 2-year warranty. There are 8 points of contact which help to increase the machine's stability. The machine has a footprint of roughly 5 feet by 5 feet, and it's 28 inches tall. The footplate is about 20 inches by 15 inches with nearly a 15-degree angle. It looks like the Nautilus Glute Drive Machine has a slightly larger footplate. Also, the metal footplate has a fitted rubber cover that offers plenty of traction, but in a commercial setting, I don't think the cover would last multiple years. Each stainless steel weight horn has nearly 11 inches of loadable space. The back pad is 26 inches by 9.5 inches, and it's pretty comfortable. And it reminds me a lot of the original Ironmaster Superbench Pro Pad. The machine is 11 gauge steel, and all of the welds look good. There are 2 safeties, one here and the other here, and the machine starting weight is 15 pounds. There is 1/4 inch thick UHMW where the 2.5 inch pipe rests. The belt is 20 inches long, 6.5 inches wide, and it's a 1/2 inch thick. The stitching looks clean, and the belt's pretty comfortable. Oddly, in the description for this machine, it says there are integrated band pegs, however there are none. However, on the Nautilus Glute Drive Machine, there are. So this goes back to the copy and paste description that I mentioned earlier, which makes me wonder if all of the information about this machine in its description is 100% accurate. Although yet to be peer-reviewed, a study was recently conducted and found hip thrust and back squat training elicit similar gluteus maximus muscle hypertrophy and transfer similarly to the deadlift. Additionally, the study didn't see significant adductor, hamstring, or quadricep growth with the hip thrust exercise. Since my initial thoughts video, I've started putting less of my lower back on the back pad, which enables me to get more of a vertical shin. After recording that video, my glutes stayed sore for about a week. It's pretty rare for me to have sore glutes, especially for that long. And yes, this is a novel exercise, but, and this is a big but, it also means the machine is working as it's supposed to. I'm a size 11 shoe, so this will give you an idea of how big the platform is. In the description for this machine, it explains there's an optimal load curve, meaning the exercise gets more difficult at the top of the movement where I'm strongest, and I definitely feel that. And of course, this exercise can be performed with one leg at a time. The glutes are a strong muscle and great for athletic performance, and a strong set of glutes are also great for aesthetics. Initially, I had my doubts about the durability of the belt and buckle, but so far both are holding up well, and I am sure they will be fine in a residential setting. Here's 330 pounds plus 15 pounds for the machine's starting weight. Remember, the machine's max weight capacity is 360 pounds. So this will show you how well it holds up to heavier weight. Whew. Yeah, it works. You may be wondering if I like this machine more than the hip thrust option on the Squat Max MD, and it's a bit too early to tell, but I can tell you that this machine is easier to load and the back pad offers more back coverage. I would like a slightly more angled foot plate and a slightly larger foot plate so that I could put my feet back further and get a more vertical shin. I would also like to see band pegs included so that I could further increase resistance at the top of the movement. At some point, the rubber covering the foot plate may need to be replaced, but that's not a big deal. If it ever comes off, I'll just put sandpaper grip tape on it. Also, someone who is smaller than me, so for example, I'm 175 pounds and I have about a 32 to 33 inch waist, may not find the belt fitting tight enough, but you could easily put a hip thrust pad or a yoga mat between your stomach and the belt for a tighter fit. If I wanted to be super picky, angled weight horns would be nice just to ensure the plates don't accidentally slip off of the weight horns when collars aren't in use. I am much more impressed with this machine than I thought I would be. It shipped fast, it was packed well, it feels well made, and it feels effective. All of this for $400 shipped. Now, if I paid $1,000 for this, I don't know if I would be as happy as I am right now. And just to give you an idea, it's probably just a notch or two below PowerTech and Iron Master's quality. This machine really streamlines performing the hip thrust exercise, and it's a great way to train the glutes in a less fatiguing way than the barbell squat. My wife is really looking forward to using this machine when her knee heals up from meniscus repair surgery because she is a big fan of closed chain exercises. So for example, she does not like performing leg extensions and leg curls on a machine. And I really don't see that big of a difference in the movement pattern when I compare this machine to the Nautilus Glute Bridge machine. However, as I mentioned earlier, this machine is almost 10 times less expensive than the Nautilus, minus a few bells and whistles. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please consider liking the video and leaving a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. If any of my videos or reviews have helped you, please consider using one of my affiliate links that can be found in the description of this video. And remember, if your equipment lacks, I got the hacks. Take care, everyone.